another look at it. I'm so excited because honestly, I just love to stare at this more than anything in the world, Nancy. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Prism Kinetic Garden Spinner. I'm gonna say it again, you're getting sleepy. Very sleepy. Absolutely a stunner of a spinner. Plow Hearth spinner is like none other, but this one I think is like, has like taken the cake, as has the price, because it's normally a price of $85 and change. Today it's $71.53, $14.31 on your 5 easy pays. 2 colorways for you to choose from, M71 258. This here, I'm going to stop it so you can really see the colors a little bit more closely. This is your multicolor, right? Is that right, multi? Yes, multi. And you can see the gradients of color from the tips of gold to the greens and the blues, what Nancy called that peacock look, that gorgeous lacy blue in the middle, and then into that red fuchsia medallion center. So that's your multi. We have one other option for you, and that is called your verdigris, and that has those turquoise and the aquas and the bronzes all throughout, a little bit more tonal. So it just depends on the look that you like. About 100 left to go around there. So in our last few minutes, let's talk about this again, because honestly, I could do a full hour on this one, Nancy.
I know, this is so beautiful. I love this wind spinner because it's got such gorgeous design to it. So what we have, in fact, I'm going to stop this just so that you can see. You start off with each one of them with a gorgeous medallion in the center. And I'm describing the colorful one here, but you can see the verdigris behind me, which is kind of like a copper and that sort of, green kind of tone to it. But you've got on the center, you've got that gorgeous medallion that's got wonderful texture to it, and the colors that sort of go from raspberry to kind of like a deeper kind of cranberry kind of look to it. Then you've got that lacy center, and you mentioned dream catchers. Like, that's what it sort of looks like, is a little dream catcher in the center, or lace to me. So you can really see the airiness and the garden through this. And then you have these kind of like sail or kite kind of shapes on the end, which have just that perfect amount of curve to them, designed to catch the wind. And so what's really cool is when Plow Hearth designs these, not only do they want you to have something pretty, but it is a wind spinner, so that you want to most of the time look out and see it moving somehow. So this is going to spin in as little as 3 miles an hour of wind, and I'm glad you're turning it around the top, because this one also turns around on the top of the pole. So it's really going to spin most of the time you're looking at it. They are designed to go in opposite directions. So when you're putting this out in your garden, this is a stately piece. This is over 6 feet tall. So it's something that you're going to have beautiful ground cover. Then you're going to have your plants like your daylilies right here. And then this is going to float above that and give you something really gorgeous to look at with all that beautiful movement.
I feel like this is your crowning jewel in your outdoor space, whether
It
it's
is.
right, it is, whether it's your front yard, backyard, side yard. This is eye-catching, mesmerizing, almost hypnotic. And truly what it's giving to me is this sense of meditation and self-care, which we all could use a little more of. That moment of peace and quiet, because you're not hearing anything. The design of it, the construction of it is so well made that it glides without a noise, without a sound. Just a little bit of wind is all that you need, but you get movement in literally all directions. It's just, it's something that you feel like, you know what, I need a moment to myself. Let me sit outside. Let me just take in the spinner for a little bit and just sort of reflect.
I agree with you. You know, to me, when I look at the spinners out in my yard, it's almost like going to the ocean and watching the waves. You know, you're kind of mesmerized, it's
Yes.
kind of calming. There's something about that movement that draws your attention. Or when you're camping, what do? You look into the fire, because there's just that beautiful movement. You look at the clouds up in the sky because they're moving. So there's something that our brains really get from looking at something with this gentle movement. It is very calming. And so, you know, that Plow Hearth has given us something that's really beautiful and artistic to look at, but also with that movement, it also adds life to your garden,
Yes.
because most of the things, unless the wind is blowing, they're kind of stationary. And so this is something that's giving you that movement, just a little bit of wind. You might not notice it otherwise, and you look out and think, oh, my spinner is moving. It's so pretty and
Let me run
calming
outside
and
and
just that
look at it.
beautiful.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
gorgeous.
What's it doing today? me.
So, because there's personality in movement. This is the multicolor. I also have it in the verdigris color, which is a little bit more tonal with those turquoises and the bronzes. This looks like it should be $300, $400 with the construction, the size, 2 feet in diameter. $71.53 is your sale price. You're saving over $14 off the QVC price. $14.31. That's your easy pay. M71258. Oh my gosh, is our show over? Nancy, that went by so quickly.
I always love being with you, Julia. It is a delight.
I love you so much. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your President's Day. All right, everyone.
You too.
See, we do have a little Alice in Wonderland because yes, I am late. I'm late for a very important date. I did play the White Rabbit when I was like 7 years old, FYI. You're learning more and more about me, aren't you? We're gonna take a really quick break, but don't go anywhere because I have a full hour of all things Roberta's. We have plants, we have flowers, we have it all. This is QVC2. We are live. I'm Julia Carely. I'll see you in just a sec.